wherever we want to. Do what we gotta do. We don't have time to visit my anus, there's always something new. Hey, we're the Law Dogs. Always dogging around. But we're too busy streaming to put anybody down.
Hey, we're the monkeys. Do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. Bam bam bam. Ah. Hi.
I temporarily killed it with the TTS. You didn't. You didn't do it, Mr. Levity. Marisha puts on a cocky front and puts a lot of effort into boosting her own confidence. I get the feeling it's life experience. It could very well be true. Mr. Levity.
Can I have the famous wiener in my anus?
You did not break it by wanting the famous wiener in your anus. Let's listen to this again. This beautiful. The time was taken. The time was taken by Mr. Levity. Sorry, guys. Starling.
Hey, we're the Law Dogs. Always dogging around.
Just dogging.
But we're too busy streaming to put anybody down. Stream wherever we want to. Do what we gotta do. We don't have time to visit my anus, there's always something new. Hey, we're the Law Dogs. Always dogging around. But we're too busy streaming to put anybody down.
New catch line, followed by.
Can I have the famous wiener in my anus?
Mr. Levity, hello everyone. Sorry, the internet went to poo-poo. The weather is really bad, actually. The United States decided it didn't want to keep all its cold weather in Colorado, and it wanted to send it our way. Why did Brian say anus?
Anus.
My anus, my anus, my anus, my anus, my anus, my anus.
Oh yes, Jason. She was the critical role person. And she's also not that well known. And force her to compensate. She's surrounded by actual. Okay.
I don't know who critical role.
So critical role. I don't know the full details on it.
That Marisha.
Marisha? It's a Dungeons and Dragons like really big panel that. She's all. Oh. Yeah, and I'm not shitting on her. I was just, my perspective was just...
I never seen her before yesterday. I didn't know her out of a hole in the ground.
Yeah, I just, my thought was just, if I was fighting Yodel and Haley, I would have been a little more like, just like Jarvis Johnson, and like, I'm probably gonna lose, but let's have fun. You know what I mean? Anus.
William Haynes.
Man, what are we doing? And she just started eating my fucking ass, bro.
So this is Mrs. McLawdogs' favorite fight.
This was my favorite fight.
So she was also very upset to find out Andrea Botez is Canadian.
Yeah, that really upset me because she was such a little fucking bitch.
Well, we didn't like that she appeared like she wasn't there. Why was she wearing, like, unless all her makeup and stuff was tattooed on, you know, it seems weird to get gussied up.
Go get your face punched in? Yeah. I love how her
good fucking Christ,
her coach told her, he's like, your right hook is trash.
Honestly, we are coming to realize, and Americans might not know this, but a lot of the people you hate are transplant Canadians.
Yeah, we're sorry about that.
Like Steven Crowder?
Yeah.
He's Canadian? What the fuck?
Yeah.
There's just so many
Canada, 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 Canada,
yeah.
Canada, Canada, Canada,
I don't know why
Canada,
people
Canada,
who come from a
Canada.
place that has the things that we value then go to the States and campaign against it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just
they
fucking
like
crazy.
Really hate you. I don't get it. I'm sorry.
My sister has tattoo makeup. Yeah, and if that's the case, I totally apologize for saying. But I think she was talking about Michelle's right hook, because that's all she was.
Well,
throwing.
I don't think so. Because when I was listening to
the
it,
coach.
it sounded like Andrea's coach was saying to her, like, Andrea, you need to do something different. Your right hook is trash. Because they also said that Michelle was the most technical fighter that they've ever had.
Yeah. And then the announcer said, they laughed and they're like, well, that's awful advice.
Yeah.
They're like, your right hand is trash. And they're like, well, that's the only thing she's
got.
throwing.
Yeah.
So, but, I mean, it could have been the interpretation that they were saying that Michelle's right hand was trash, but we didn't. So this Michelle, she was, BuzzFeed? Hun?
Huh?
She was
she
BuzzFeed?
was on BuzzFeed years ago.
And then, yeah, like, there was, like, a big exodus. I don't know if you guys remember this, but, like, there's, like, there was, like, a splinter where some of the biggest people that were on it totally left. And we had just, this person just disappeared, and we had never seen her until that fight. And then we came to see that
her channel's like 3.6 million subscribers.
Yeah,
like,
actually, we're not subscribed, but most of what she does is, like the one we watched one of her videos where she went to do trash sanitation worker jobs in, like, I don't know where it was, somewhere busy, California. Somewhere.
BuzzFeed kind of BuzzFeeds today, but like not at the extent that they BuzzFeed.
Yeah, BuzzFeed was the first company to realize that they were built upon the ideas of the people working for them, and once they made the environment so much so that those people couldn't take pride in the individual things they were working on, they said, fuck you, we're gonna just do it our own. You know? But yeah, I mean, she seems she didn't give much to me that said she's a bad person.
She seems well disciplined in herself,
if not
I'll
mildly
give her that.
psychotic, like a Bear Grylls psychopathy.
Extremely well disciplined as an individual.
Like that, whatever that internal. I don't want to call it a narcissism thing because it's like I can do this, even though on paper you might not be able to. She just has that spark that
she's
says,
well disciplined. I don't know how else to describe it.
She does not rack a discipline.
Yeah.
That is, South Park would say she's full of discipline. John Randall Hennigan versus Harley Morenstein. So Harley's interesting. I mean, he's just a person trying to survive through epic internet fame, no pun intended, to literal, like, nothingness, to, like, being in Creator Clash and climbing back a bit to now getting his ass fucking tanked again. And apparently a lot of people on Twitter were going to have a big heyday if he lost because of that persona that he has. Well, I mean, even look at his intro, right? He was dressed like Solid Snake in the crowd, smoking a cigar and blah, 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 blah. And he actually looked like he had never fought before.
Even though he fought last year?
Yeah.
He lost a shitload of weight from last year.
That Hennigan, even though he is obviously a natural born athlete, ex wrestling and shit like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily translate to being a good boxer or whatever, but
he was impressive.
The thing is he's one of those guys that he didn't look like he was throwing exceptionally hard punches, but he was.
Yeah.
Because he's massive, right? He's like a fucking one of those.
There's so much power
pit bulls that can bench press 1 billion pounds. And yeah, Harley, I don't really. It almost looked like he should have just been wearing clown shoes. Like every time they got close to each other.
I don't think it was choreographed when he fell off the stage and shit.
No, initially it kind of looked, I thought maybe he purposely rolled out to gain himself more time to slowly walk back to the ring, and like compose himself.
I don't think it was.
But yeah, when they showed a different angle, I was like, well, it seems weird to think that landing on a bunch of computers and sound equipment would be a good way to recuperate between, being punched in the face.
Yeah.
So, hey, Code Synth, how you doing, bucko? We gotta talk about the cringe halftime.
Did we skip through it, maybe? We skipped through a bunch of shit.
What was the halftime? Them singing?
Was that the,
Maybe we missed it. These two guys could have gay sex and I'd watch it. I mean, it'd be interesting because technically the Hennigan is stronger but smaller, so it would be an interesting dynamic to watch.
Was that when they sang the American national anthem?
Maybe
No.
we missed it. Yeah, we definitely
We skipped a bunch of shit. Like mostly like just the fights. I watched like the title cards
Yeah.
so I could get to know the fighters, but I don't know if we watched the halftime.
Married to Matt Mercer too. Probably feels. Is Matt Mercer?
I don't know where are you reading?
Jason, they're talking about that one girl we didn't
Who's Matt Mercer?
Guy that they've been talking about. That's right, trans.
Wait, I'm so confused.
I don't know who that is. They're talking about that girl in the.
Oh, he's married to
Critical Role
Marisha
still.
Ray.
Yeah. Who's that fucking right wing weirdo in this? Matt Gaetz. Sorry, that was an ADD moment. But Code Synth hit the nail on the head. Harley's not used to being pushed around, and he didn't know.
Yeah.
Especially because he was being pushed around by somebody smaller than him, height-wise.
But knows how to throw a punch better than he does.
And
just
then
because of his wrestling experience.
And then he, like, I don't know, even at the very end, he lost. He had no chance. Didn't do anything of redeemable quality in the fight. And then at the end, he tries to shoehorn himself more content with wrestling match. Let's set this up. You know what I mean? And then this John Hennigan guy, he seems like he doesn't actually go on the internet. So when they ask him who he's going to call out, he goes, the Paul brothers suck.
Yeah, but you know who beat the Paul brothers? KSI. I call out KSI. And then I look up KSI, and he's like half the fucking weight of him. And I'm like, yeah, of course you're going to beat the shit out of KSI.
Oh, he's about 1,000. Okay, 441. 441's quite a bit. Actually, speaking of which, I was just talking with Neko, and the conversation of how, we'll never figure that out, just like how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. And so I said, oh, everybody knows that. It's 420. ChatGPT told me. And then I thought to myself, oh yeah, I have an OpenAI account. I'll ask ChatGPT. And the actual answer is 343. So 420 is probably accurate depending, as ChatGPT said, on the size of your tongue, the texture of the lollipop, and the amount of saliva produced in your mouth. So 420 might be the answer. The intensity of the licks. Code Synth gets it. So speaking of the intensity of the licks...
Honestly, title fight, a little underwhelming.
Yeah, honestly, we like iDubbbz.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, he has a controversial past and blah, blah, blah. Or some people like him, some people don't like him. I like him. I don't think he's ever
iDubbbz.
specifically...
My name's Jason.
Hey, scroll up.
I like
Yeah, iDubbbz has never
Uh,
said or done anything specifically that I disagree with vehemently.
We've
or-
thought that this was a very weird change of pace when he started doing this boxing stuff. But, we vote for him because we don't really know the other people.
I never heard
Never
of
heard
Alex
of Dr.
Wasabi.
Mike, and I had heard of Alex Wasabi, but I think I got him confused with all those other like Family Channel dads that were trying to box and had that controversy and stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, iDubbbz got his ass kicked. I was saying to Mrs. McLawdog, in my opinion, if iDubbbz was trying to be a professional fighter, he would actually look at dropping a weight class so that he would have more of an advantage, because I don't know if he possesses the power to knock anybody out at the same strength as him.
Didn't he drop a weight class from last?
Yeah, I can't fully. I think he gained weight to fight Dr. Mike and maybe lost weight to fight this Alex Wasabi, but iDubbbz is cool, but you can't really beat the Aaron and Jarvis fight for me. I like that Myth fight Toad Synth. Just because Hundar smiled like a cocky asshole twice. And the first time he took a jab in the face, and the second time he went to bed for a little bit. More than he probably ever has in his life. And I said to Chrissy, honest to God, it will probably change the way he acts slightly, because that's probably the first time somebody actually pressed the off button. And I've seen many people, including myself, who have gone from a level of king shit to a level of respect very quickly when you find out that there's always someone that may best you, especially if the only time you can guarantee best them is on your best of days, you know. So that, I think his bravado might change slightly, if not in his online persona, but in his mind, in his inside self. I think he will be slightly more trepidatious than he ever was previously. That's just usually what happens. You know, UFC fighters, the ones that are on a roll, and then they start losing once or twice in fabulous fashion, become coaches. Because it gets hard to reckon the fact that you may have hit your glory period. It's over, right? Hundar found the point where fucking around and finding out became one. Yes. The yin yang, the Fibonacci sequence of fucking around and finding out culminated when Hundar went, "You're kind of fun to fly." And then, like I said, he a wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man went boop, and then he just stood there like Homer Simpson, like the cog wheels were slipping, the wheels no longer catched, and he was like, is it were we having spaghetti for supper?
Spaghetti.
Like,
Mom, spaghetti.
in his mind, the only thing that was happening was just straight up,
Oh, spaghetti.
or they lose once and cry and everyone laughs. Ronda Rousey. Well, yeah, look at Ronda Rousey losing once, so mentally fractured, that delicate, like Bracken said, that almost inflated sense of confidence to get you through it, that she couldn't recover.
I remember, so I used to watch UFC fights with that was the time when I was living with my brother, when that fight with Holly Holm and Ronda Rousey was on. And we used to watch the fights together all the time, me and my brother, and I remember us watching that, and it was just like, because it was done in like 13 fucking seconds.
Considering
like,
she was talked about.
Holy shit.
She was talked about like she was basically.
Just fucking roundhouse kick to the head and out.
She was the Muhammad Ali of female UFC fighters for the longest time.
Yeah.
And then Holly Holm
Holly
basically exposed.
She Holly Holmed her to the head.
Yeah. Holly homing missile punched her in the temple. But she very quickly showed that Ronda Rousey wasn't actually good at the boxing aspect of the UFC. She had never faced someone who had the strength to make her stop, and think, maybe I should get into acting. You know what I mean? Maybe I'd be better at pretend fighting. Chef, please tell me what you can do with the wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man. Well, I don't know. You just kind of put signs on them and say, like, come buy our homemade relish and stuff.
We should watch the fights again. You know, it's so weird because I'm such a pacifist and also, like, not a sporty person whatsoever.
Pacifist?
Yeah, like, I don't believe in picking up of arms or, like, you know, fighting. But I love watching me some UFC fights.
I can't pick up my arms.
Picking up of arms. You don't know that turn of phrase?
Hey, look at what, you mean this guy?
Wait, what? Oh yeah, that's who I was talking about. My bruh.
That guy. You just seen his knees.
Yeah, you just saw my bruh's knees. Oh, that's Josh. I'm friends with Wacky.
I've suffered the tortures of the damned, sir.
lovely brothers.
Greasy death cried.
I've also been in that room. That's their practice room. I've been in there. They have like a little bumper sticker on the wall that says "Say yes to drugs." It says say. Yeah, I think.
Say yes to spaghetti.
It used to be like a say no to drugs thing, but then they crossed out like the right word and wrote yes over top, so it says say yes to drugs. Yeah,
Yeah.
my brother's band name, fucking fun times.
So if you guys ever see Crying Isis in chat, he does typically cooler things on a regular basis than
Necrophilic cunilinguist.
Cuny. Actually,
Cuny.
it is kind of linguist spelt with one N or two. They did spell it wrong.
Oh,
No. Yeah, they did. To explain this on Urban Dictionary, they use a your mom joke. Give us a song. It's death metal.
Yeah, I could not tell you actually any of the names of my brothers.
Yeah, it's like probably like
Well, he's on you can find his shit on YouTube. But...
maybe they do one of the like a remake of
18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch.
18 naked cowboys waiting to get sucked and fucked. Jesus Christ. If anyone wasn't here not that long ago, but we watched the video that went through like the decades long history of Ram Ranch, I don't know what to tell you, but that was definitely more interesting than learning about Canadian Thanksgiving.
If you haven't seen it, go watch Wang's video on Ram Ranch.
WH. Gonna listen to it? It's Wang is the name of the channel on YouTube. And basically it's an anthem that symbolizes respect for gay rights, excessive explicit material in music, and the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna listen to it. The death metal. Yeah, I'm not a big death metal guy. My brain is already on the ADHD spectrum, so it's a little bit too much for me. She was holding it the wrong
What is
way!
she holding?
A fucking glitter gun!
Oh no, did she hit herself? Face her. Oh no. Oh shit!
And then what is this like? Oh man, that's not good. Caught him seeing some very fast greebles. Jason, get your greebles. What you doing over there? You're on camera.
Oh, sorry, I was just looking at my dough.
How did it get there? What the fucking fuck? Drizzle,
How
explain.
the fuck that cow get up there?
Drizzle.
Oh
no.
shit!
I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch cow fall, but I don't know how it got there. Riding your bike up on an animal 6 times your weight. What could go wrong? Oh! Did he just ride his bike?
Darkness. Imprisoning me. I cannot see.
Actually,
Absolute horror.
Scroll Lock, you timed that far too appropriately for a man who just got gored by a giant bull. Jesus Christ. That's literally what was going through his head. Darkness. Imprisoning me. What song is that from?
My loneliness is
No.
killing me, and now I must confess,
Ball
I
is
still
life.
believe,
Ball
still
is love.
believe
Ball is
When
dead.
I'm not with you, I lose my mind.
Give me a sign.
Hit me, baby, one more time. Except don't hit me. That please don't.
They shouldn't make that song. Bad song. Oh, by Metallica.
not Britney Spears.
Fuel.
Darkness and President me. I gotta say, absolute horror.
A little bit different. Slightly different.
I'm also going to close that Cunnilingus tab. Mute us, KV all the time. Okay, I'm going to bring up this link that Ronald Von Levity sent.
Ronald.
Yeah, that's actually his full name. Mixed with
Can I have the famous wiener in my anus?
that's the other main thing that he said.
The company at the center of all of
All right, I had Mr. Levity's kind of a dick, and the only thing I don't have open is Twitch to show my whispers,
Fab,
and Levity persists to send everything now.
Fab, if you were going to Moose Jaw, I could suggest my best friend since the age of 8, Charlene, Metal Alchemy Tattoo, but alas, you are not going to. So that cannot be a reality. But if it is at some point, go to her. Great. Phenomenal. Nice lady.
Mr. Levity has gifted me like 20. And I know Mr. Levity's the best.
Yeah.
I love Mr. Levity.
Mr. Levity's
I
a
am
tits.
honestly just joking. We love Levity. You can send me whispers if that's. I think Mr. Levity just likes to say, "I'm whispering the sheriff," because he's seen this and he got just a tad jelly. Tad.
I love you, Sheriff. I love you so much, man.
I think he's a little jealous. He also heard this one and he got extra jealous.
Darlene, Darlene.
I love
Darlene,
Sheriff McLawdog.
Darlene.
Oh. And then the one that really set Mr. Levity off in a sense of
I
jealous.
like my sheriff like I like my smashed ass.
And Mr. Levity's like, all these people profess their love for the sheriff. And I'm the only one who gets to say, I whisper him all the time.
I will say, Mr. Levity,
Hey, powwow.
I don't have to worry about Charlene taking my man because Charlene is the one who
Charlene.
introduced us.
Charlene. Charlene.
And,
Hello, powwow.
and,
Smosh ass.
Evan has admitted on multiple occasions that he finds Charlene in.
Oh, yeah. Like, I met Charlene when I was single.
Yeah.
Or no, I wasn't single at the time.
Well, ish.
Whatever. Either way. I never hit on her once because I just assumed that she liked death metal and would beat me up.
I want to peg you in the butt.
Yeah, like that. Like, I figured tattoo artists, all of them, like a certain degree of, like, I don't know, like whips and chains. They're like, I want to peg Sheriff in the butt. Honestly, we've discussed this on several occasions. I do not have a butt. I have a back with a hole in it for pooping. Jason can attest to this. That fucking emote. Ow, my back. I'm not pegging. I'm not knocking it. I mean, go for it. But I personally was not built in that department to receive anything.
I want to peg Evan in the back hole.
You guys.
Can I have the famous wiener in my anus?
Let's be real. I would be the top. You would be receiving. I don't receive. I am the man in this situation. I am the one that gives. The only thing you're allowed to have is a nice glass of. When I'm done. I'm just kidding. That's my fantasy. Damn it! You don't tell me how it goes. I thought part of your fantasy was me telling you how it goes.
This was me, Brian Butterfield, 6 months ago.
This was provided by Mr. Levity. I'm putting this on so that I can distract myself from jokes about pee-pees and back holes. My dad cut my pee-pee off because it was rotten.
before starting my diet plan. But just look at me now. I feel like a new man thanks to the Butterfield diet. The results have been incredible.
What is that?
Oh, sorry. The results have been incredible. Okay,
Oh, shit.
here's your weekday plan. Breakfast.
I would like to expose Powwow, though, you guys. I don't know if you know this, Mr. Levity and Bracken, if you hear this, but Powwow makes his tea. He puts the tea bag in the water, and then he heats up
But
some...
I still need a bit of milk, full fat, which I've warmed in the microwave.
And he mixes his tea up. Like, I thought that was a sin in Britain. All right, gotta work for a bit. Love y'all. Hey, Trizzle. So glad to have you here in the morning. As always, you're a treat and a treasure. Don't forget.
Gators bitches better be using jimmies.
Where them jimmies, bro?
Galen Weston stepping aside as Loblaw president.
Well, yeah, because they just asked him, how come you get to have...
Yeah. How come you get a $3 million raise, but you can't afford to give everyone else a $2 raise?
Yeah, and...
Well, because, the bottom line. Investors.
Yeah, this Galen Weston inherited the largest...
Started with,
the
Weston
largest
bread.
grocery company in Canada, and campaigns against raising minimum wage while he gives himself millions of dollars in raises. And then the Supreme Court, I can't remember what it's actually called in Canada. I know it more in the States. They called him forth and said, what the fuck is this all about? And he was like, well, we just can't. And now he stepped aside.
But some sort of Danish executive is...
Yeah, someone else. You know how many things we've sold? How many the Danish companies own huge things in Canada? Saskatchewan supplies the most potash in the entire world to the rest of the world, and we sold off the rights to all of it to a Danish company. Like 20 years ago. It's just so, why the fuck would anyone do that? Jolene. Oh, Gingy, you're so cute. I got spinal bifida running through my body, and I'm loose.
What the fuck? Okay, so I'm just looking at something right now. So Elon Musk is shitting on CBC Media on Twitter, trying to list it as government-funded media, and they're like, we're not government-funded, we receive government funding because that's what public broadcasting is. 70% of our income is government-funded.
Yeah.
So he changed their Twitter page to say 70% government-funded media, and then he's like, the concern has been addressed. Is that better? And then fucking Pierre Poilievre fucking retweets this shit, and he's like, there, now everyone's happy. Fuck!
What are you talking
Fuck, I hate these people! I hate these people so fucking much! Oh my god! Oh my god, they're such fucking children! Pierre Poilievre, by the way, wants to be Prime Minister of Canada.
He's Canadian Donald Trump.
Yeah, he's Canadian Donald Trump. I fucking hate him. Oh my god.
And he loves wood. He just loves it. Sorry, guys.
I don't understand what fucking Elon Musk doesn't understand, that part of being fucking publicly owned means you receive fucking tax money.
Well, and Canada has a lot of stuff in regards to Canadian content.
Yeah. It's all about Canadian content.
Yeah. You ranting, baby. It's just, the thing is the problem is everyone at the top, you got, they only have things to gain by pitting people against each other.
Like, the CBC is like the BBC for those in England.
Yeah, and, yes, sure, I'm almost positive they've done a story that was based on something that the government wanted them. Just like anybody else, right? You're telling me the New York Times is a rarity that gets to say whatever they want because they've been around for so long. But in that as well, they're also beholden to their advertisers and shit, right? So nobody is ever not beholden to someone unless we started the Past Week Herald and said whatever the fuck we want because it wasn't funded by anybody but us. But exactly, Faposaurus. we
we
vote for
NDP all the
Jagmeet
time,
Singh because he's literally the only.
It's exactly
person...
what I say. A lot of people can't see past the turban. Sorry.
No. It's just we get so upset because people think that it's their neighbor that's holding them back in life when it's not their boss or their boss's boss. It's the CEO and the shareholder that have their boot on your neck so they can go to Turks and Caicos for 6 months and not lose any money, make money doing it, and then write it off as a tax refund, and then say the reason that your roads aren't good is because there's 1,000 disabled people in your province. And you go, fuck disabled people, I wish they weren't around. No, the problem is rich people trade yachts like poor people trade fucking broke down cars. Like the amount of people who have built their dreams off of the back of the people they can't give respect to have the three main ingredients of life.
I just wanted to address what Mr. said about politicians in the UK, if they wear a turban. Yeah, like there's a lot.
It doesn't even work that way, considering it's been so many degrees or generations apart that you know how many Canadians are so many different original ethnicities and religions and cultures. Like we're a melting pot, just like the United States is. So it's just the old people can't fucking get over it.
I also wanted, because I forgot until right now, the UK's current policy on receiving like basically government funding for having children, like because here you receive like child income, right? So apparently in the UK, if you have more than 2 kids, you don't receive fucking anything. Like, too bad you've had more than 2 children.
UK has,
that was like one of the most fucked up things I've ever heard. So ultimately, it's like impacting like lower income families that have more than 2 kids the most. And so like, and those are the kids who like I don't understand punishing fucking poor people.
Well, and my big thing is that like we think we're autonomous enough that things don't persuade the way that we think, but it's obviously so wrong that we as a society get more outraged about Kanye West harassing Kim Kardashian's ex than we do about something like East Palestine, Ohio, where a company has been lobbying against making their infrastructure better so that they can make more money that they don't reinvest into the system. And then something devastating happens and they go, well, who could have foreseen this? Who could have fucking foreseen this? Unbelievable. Call insurance. Claim the emergency fund. So we don't get charged for it. It comes out as something else. Bada bing, bada boom. It's all good. Yes, I hated that policy. That was our conservative party. However, it only applied to people who had a 3rd child or more after the policy was announced, who already had 2 or more affected.
It still makes no sense.
Well, look at even China's 1-child policy. They've had to...
And then, just to follow it up, what is also bullshit about it is fucking Kate and William have, 4 fucking kids? So the example of your head of state are people who have a huge fucking family. Yet if people are, going to try to replicate what's, set for them as, a good example of the type of family you should have, they're gonna be fucking punished for it by the government? I don't know. It makes me so very angry.
Well, the problem is it's all short-sightedness, right? Conservatism, it's short-sightedness. Yeah, couldn't afford the heating bills. Yeah, sure. Conservatism is not always, I guess not in every circumstance, but generally it's short-sighted savings for an immediate issue. And when you go, okay, no more kids, it costs too much, we don't have food. Well, now China's trying to reprogram people to understand, no, having more kids is a lifestyle you can do because nobody knows anyone with more kids, right? So it's like...
Mr. Levity said they have a racist party here called the UKIP. They only want Indigenous people here. What's bullshit is there's no Indigenous people here. So yeah, they only want white people. So a kind of something that goes hand in hand with this is Evan briefly worked with somebody who was immigrated over from the UK. and he was listing some of the reasons why he came over here, and he said, there's no more white people in the UK, was his big fucking complaint, is that everybody wears like a fucking turban and no one's white. And it's like, okay, well, if you're gonna complain about that, maybe England shouldn't have fucking colonized so many fucking different countries, you know?
Yeah, do you know why you call everything a curry? Because you colonized another fucking country, and instead of differentiating their dishes how they deserved, you said it's all curry.
Yeah, I like.
And then you're saying, we'll keep your curry, but get the fuck out. Like, not that we're ripping on England.
No, I like it. And you are great people, and Powell, Mr. Levity. You obviously don't feel this way.
We literally
I had to shake my
everyone.
head. I was like, you're gonna bitch about people immigrating to your country that are technically from countries that were colonized by your country. So therefore, in my opinion, if you go colonize a country, there should be free interchange between those people living in each other's countries, right?
Yeah, it's
so I don't know.
Like, so the main problem is even immigration. It all stems from the competition to make enough to survive financially through this late stage capitalism, right? Everyone that typically is against immigration is against them. Took her gerb.
Yeah.
They took her gerb. My son should be working at that fucking garbage Walmart that won't pay people enough money to make it worth working there. No, they say my son's going to be a lawyer, but I want to go to Walmart. Why is everything out of order? Hire some more people. Oh, wait, everyone wants to be lawyers? You know, like, it's insane. We have jobs just to have jobs. And then when those jobs aren't full and we find people to fill it, they get upset. It's like, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, well, and that's the thing, Mr. Levity, and we didn't start to get that till we got older, the melting pot of where we grew up.
It was very isolated until we were like in our teens
Fuck the
or
BBC.
20s.
Yeah. Sorry, sweetheart.
Oh no, I was just saying like especially food-wise, we were highly isolated here in Saskatchewan. And it wasn't really until like kind of the early 2000s even that we got like an international aisle at the grocery store. And it was like
international aisle, like instant noodles and fucking salsa.
You mean like Ichiban that's actually been made in Asia?
Yeah, like our international aisle was just foods with a different language on the label.
Yeah.
It didn't have to particularly be something that was like a very popular ingredient in the Philippines or somewhere else. It just had to have an eccentric looking container or label, and then they said, the people in the prairies will think this looks neat. Ooh, is that Italiano? Yeah, I feel like you can't trust the news. So the only guiding principle that we generally go with is you go with what benefits the most people. Money is fiat. Money is based upon debt owned and sold and credit bought and sold, and you put 10,000 in the bank and they turn it into 99,999 credit dollars to hand out in loans that then the other banks turn into X amount of fake money built on a pyramid scheme of if the bottom people pulled all their money out, it would all be gone. You know what I mean? So why people lean towards that being the governing principle about how life works as opposed to dental, like one of the things they're trying to talk about in Saskatchewan or in Canada is like adding dental work to healthcare or the amount of free healthcare that we have, because contrary to public belief, not everything is free. My pills cost me money. My physio appointments cost me money. Dental costs us money. Eyeglasses cost money. Audiologists cost money. Everything that's not your emergency room hospital shit, and a visit to your normal Or testing.
a specialist if you've been referred to a specialist.
Like to see someone doesn't cost money, but most of the time the treatment methods do.
Or like say for example, you get cancer. You're not going to pay for
the chemo.
your chemo or doctor's visits, but if you have to take a prescription medication, you're going to have to pay for that. And then you traveling, you'll have to pay for that out of pocket, but you can get reambrsement.
Yeah,
You just
and
submit it
then
with your taxes.
You save your taxes, you reimburse it, that particular I don't even remember why I was talking about that. I got stoner brain, sorry everybody. The NHS is the only thing keeping me from moving the country. But like, so they want to incorporate dental coverage into the medical coverage we have, which it seems like what it would be is like if you have a cavity, instead of letting your tooth rot and get an infection that can literally cause it to punch a hole in your heart, it takes us fucking 15 minutes. We'll fix the cavity. You'll be better off for it. It's a societal expense that will improve the life of so many people. I'm not saying if you want veneers or if you aesthetically want braces or whatever, that it should be covered, but no one should choose between getting to keep original teeth or letting them get rotted out of their head because they can't afford that aspect, right?
I had to get braces.
Yeah, if you have TMJ, if your teeth are like literally gonna fuck up your jaw, I get it. But there's some people I know people who their parents literally gave them braces preemptively. So they didn't even have a history of crooked teeth in the family. They just were like, we're gonna get you this Invisalign shit and stuff, so that you have that stereotypically chiclet style looking fake teeth, right? Like when you see someone like Donald Trump and you're like, those teeth aren't off-white, they are porcelain white. This is not normal,
For sure he has been.
I can tell you as someone that needed braces, it wasn't. No, I'm saying nowadays.
Canada.
I'm saying nowadays there are sometimes just the cosmetic reason for braces.
Fab, I also needed braces.
It's like plastic surgery.
I had really bad TMJ, and also like I couldn't. So because of my TMJ, there was like a point in time when like the widest I could open my mouth was like. Yeah. So to eat, I would have to like squeeze my food and then like shove it in. So they had to go in and remove my top wisdom teeth, because basically what was happening. So like this is your like jawbone. Mine was like rubbing like this. They had to remove my top wisdom teeth and then give me braces to pull my bottom jaw forward and straighten everything out to fix the TMJ. Fun stuff.
Oof. I just had normal teeth problems, soft enamel, but what I mean, Faposaurus rex, is more like, say, plastic surgery. There's a difference between plastic surgery and skin grafting someone who may have had breast cancer and severe burns than there is someone that goes, I want my nose to look like hers and I want my tits to be as big as hers. You know, that's kind of the difference I'm making in sense of braces, right? Like in a medical sense. But people are like, no, that's unbelievable. How dare you insinuate?
My jaw started locking on the left side when I was about 21. It still cracks every time I open my mouth, but I'm used to it now. Can't open it all the way, which sucks, but whatever. Doctors said they could do an operation, but it would probably just undo itself. I won't tell you how this first happened, but I may have been pleasuring Mrs. Lev. Somehow. It was worth it.
This is what Mrs. Lev said?
Can I have the famous wiener in my anus?
I get that. I have crepitus in my jaw, which is basically, you know, the arthritis, the cartilage breaking down. Yeah. And but yeah, no, obviously, fucking Fap, you needed it. Like, Not everybody needs it. That sucks for Mr. Log Dog. Hope it's not too painful. What happened?
Repetition?
Oh, it's just, I mean, I get headaches and shit, whatever. I don't, regardless to what it may seem, I don't open my mouth that wide, even though I talk a lot. So easy. I want you all to be okay. Coming from Powwow with Crohn's disease. We want you to be okay, Powwow.
Oh shit, I should have taken my ring off. Hey.
Oh no, now you got dough ring?
It's not totally doughy. Can you take it off me?
Got what? Eggs in it?
There's no eggs in it.
If I take your ring off though, is that like bad luck?
No.
Oh, my back. Yeah, I had to do a bunch of paperwork about my situation to send in, which sucks. It's like literally 26 pages of explain to us what you have just gone through years of explaining to doctors, but do it very specifically or we'll throw all of this in the trash and you can start over. So, yeah, Powwow knows what it's like. Honestly, the paperwork is, like, I would so much rather be able to do something. Or, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You just hate the feeling of it all. And it's way worse to constantly have to remind people why you suck. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. They know I'm just able to stop trying to catch me out. Yeah, what they do is they want you to say something that you didn't say at the start. Or vice versa, right? Like, oh, this feels slightly better. And then all of a sudden that number goes from a 6 to a 5. And
Jesus is a friend of mine.
Jesus is my friend. Thank you, Mr. Levity.
I have a friend in Jesus. Jesus is a friend of mine.
Mr. Levity. The one thing I will say, and this is
Mr. Levity gifted Paul Well _ a subscription. Mr. Levity gifted a tier 1 sub to Paul Well _
All while
They have given 84 gift subs in the channel.
Shut up.
I love
Brian.
Sheriff McLawdog.
Thank you, Mr. Levity. We love Powwow so very much. He is a sweet, kind soul. We are a community of those in which weren't put together fully correct. And we love each other for it. Together we all make one whole human. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how life changes as, say, things like ChatGPT 4.0 take most customer service jobs, right? Like, typically what you'd say then is, oh, like, good, humans can do better things than this, but that's not how it's gonna be, right? Because we still inherently say you're only valuable if you can do this select few things that are considered monetarily, you know? But I thank you guys for being around and helping us take our minds off of such events. Things like it's kind of, it might, I don't know. To me, it's embarrassing, but like, streaming for like 2 hours, pushing it to 3, is like, it's hard for me to describe how it's like running a marathon. Like, for me, doing the dishes is literally like going to the gym for 8 hours. When I'm done, I feel broken. But you get used to, you know, you can't just avoid pain.
I just farted out some poo.
You get used to pain where you juggle, yeah, you know what, we can go for a walk, but I am gonna have to lay down for a bit after.
Well, today's a shit day.
Yeah, but you get used to setting aside the time for recuperation. And like I was saying to Chrissy, it's what seems like such a large event to you is so hard to describe to another person sometimes. In a sense of like when it feels overwhelming, you know, because some people can deal with things. Oh my God! Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Mrs. McLawdog is whooping up some ciabatta, and I'm just rambling. Hi. I'm just rambling. I'm a rambling.
Who just followed?
Leon Atreus. We won't call you out, but thank you for being here.
Thank you.
But yeah.
Welcome on in, Leon Atreus.
I was actually just kind of just going. I have some disabilities with my spine, and you know, generalized anxiety and panic and stuff like that, and we were just kind of, a lot of us in the community have something. And we were just kind of talking about how you find your ways to make it. You focus on the 24 and you look great. Ooh. I look great. Look at this. Look at this wife.
Why does it, it says you're not a first-time chatter? Do we know you?
Weird. Who knows? Maybe it's just this,
the thing's being weird.
Chat thing.
Things being weird.
Nice
Welcome
beard.
on in.
Thank you very much.
Jesus is a friend.
Oh, thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Jason.
I have a friend in Jesus. Jesus is a friend.
You want to put it back on my hand is good luck.
Oh,
That's my
yes,
pinky. Thank you.
We are a married couple.
Pluviaphilian gifted Leon_Atreus a subscription. Pluviaphilian gifted a tier 1 sub to Leon_Atreus. They have given 52 gift subs in the channel.
Hi, Bow Wow. That's Bow Wow. Mr. Beast, as it were. Yeah, we're a Canadian couple in the middle of the Canadian prairies.
Living in a tiny home.
Living in a tiny home. My beautiful wife is whooping up some bread.
Ciabatta bread.
Our beautiful cat, I do believe, is asleep.
I think he's underneath us.
You know, he's been sleeping in a grocery bag because Canada has gotten rid of all plastic grocery bags. So you have to keep your fabric bags.
They're bag cat.
Bag cat. Oh, shit.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Did you just wake up, Squampo? Hello.
Oh, he was so asleep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
he was so asleep.
He loves laying in those bags.
Okay, now I go back.
Now I go back to sleep. But it's kind of nice because we've reclaimed the couch for the most part. Favorite part on the couch was exactly where Evan sat. But now he's like, bags are good.
Yes, if you want to see a close-up of the beard, it's a little pubish. Leon, we have over 100 video. Type in !CMD. You can see all the silly Sally craziness. Do you guys want us to do it like vlog style? We'll just hold it vlog style.
Hey guys, what's up?
Not !CMD.
My name's Jason, and I like Gingy.
I did it wrong. Hey, no worries. Thank you so much for popping in. The
in.
follow,
Nice to meet
Jason.
you.
Thank you for the sub.
Yeah.
The sub.
I don't know what that was.
Mr. Levity. Whoa! Obviously,
careful.
thank you for the sub. I'll show you guys the bread.
It's got to rise till about 20 after 11.
Look at that gelatinous ball of delicious goo. It's so deliciously gooey.
I really like this bread recipe. I also did it a little bit different because I started it last night and let it sit in the fridge overnight. So hopefully it'll have a nice like sourdough fermented. Oh, my famous English counterpart.
Uh-oh. Is it microwave?
Should I be scared?
Should she be scared, Obway? Microwave,
But I still need a bit of milk, full fat, which I've warmed in the microwave.
Okay.
Thank you for posting the link just directly in chat so that I could just open it easily.
He's not being sarcastic, by the way.
No, yes, no, thank you very much. I just, the computer's only so powerful, so I only open so much shit at once. And that's why I don't open Twitch until I have to. Because it's like it uses a lot of fucking resources to open the stupid Twitch
let's see
website.
if I can recreate that smile.
Are you saying that's what my wife looks like?
Wait. Wait.
I think it's just the glasses. Yeah, and this photo was taken like 57 years ago. She looks like my fucking aunties with... This is what every woman in Moose Jaw looked like.
In the 80s?
In the 80s. Holy Lucius, the leader hosen lavender blah 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 blah. Damn, she'd be fine. She'd be fine all of the time. I'm gonna put this on. Mr. Levity had sent it, and
cornflake, toasted with low-fat spread. Drink hot water. Lunch, small raw potato, peeled. Salad,
I'm also
mini
gonna use
lettuce
the
leaf.
washroom.
Drink.
How are you,
room
Lucid?
temperature
How are you
water.
gonna watch this if you go to the
Dinner.
washroom, though?
Square of low-fat
It might be
turkey
important to
breast.
see it.
Okay, well, I'll pause it. This is an English breakfast, by the way.
Oh.
One bean on one
bean.
toast.
One toast.
I want Chrissy to bake for me. He wants you to get baked for him.
Oh, like I can smoke weed for you.
Powwow wants you to smoke weed for him.
Okay.
I got a fresh haircut. Here, let me wrap this. I got a fresh haircut, and I'm going to be working
Where's
on a
the damn
presentation
Bluetooth?
about China's population. It's got to be done by Thursday morning. Why are you doing a presentation on China's population?
Are you gonna be talking?
We were actually literally talking about how they bottlenecked themselves with the one-child policy.
Yeah, but now they've gone to a 3-child policy, so. But I think a lot of them are like, no, why the fuck would we want to have 3 kids? We can't afford it.
Yeah, like we all live in one bedroom apartment.
Geography class.